There is no social life. There aren't people who, I sit here every day on my own with no one inviting me anywhere. I've been through 2 marriages, and there's no services out there. The girls only get an hour each care in the morning, personal care, and an hour each personal care in the afternoon, and that's it. They don't have any life at all. They don't have any carers to take them anywhere because there's no funding. So basically a carer would come here from 4 till 6:30 at night time, and I'm stuck in my home jail because how can I go out anywhere, because I have no one to look after my daughters to have a life. And they don't have any funding to go out and have a life either. It's different when you've got other family members who are normal, but I don't. I don't have other children who I can say, look after your sisters while I go and have a coffee with a friend. That's why I don't have any friends, because no one bothers with me. Because I'm just known as the woman with the 2 children in wheelchairs.
How does mitochondrial disease affect Hayley and Chelsea and your own mental and emotional health? And do you do anything to look after your mental and emotional health?
It affects them to the point where we've all given up. We've all given up on other people being part of our life. Both my parents have died. In the last 4 years, I've lost my father, and he was my best friend. I've found life very difficult without him being here. I'm just about on the verge of tears now thinking about it, but I've got to pull myself together and not think about it. Chelsea has become quite violent and scared of people. Hayley is very, very attached to me. I'm not allowed to have any friends. If someone happens to talk to me, I've got Hayley basically sitting beside me, not letting me go to a different table to have an adult conversation with someone. If someone was to ask me out, she'd be very jealous that I was going out and leaving her at home.
So what are some of the things that you need to do on a regular basis to control the girls' mitochondrial disease so that you can do the activities you need to do every day?
What do I have? I don't know. That's.
So I guess
the girls.
You mentioned that you get the carers in and they do particular things every day.
They just get them up, dressed and fed. That's all they do.
Okay.
There isn't anything. They don't have funding to go out anywhere. They have post-school programs. So in Monday to Friday, Chelsea goes to the Cerebral Palsy League, like as in school times, 9 till 3. And Hayley goes to My Horizons from 9 till 3. But in school, they don't get any support in school holidays. I have them home every school holidays because there's no funding for them to go. And it's been like that since they left school. There is nothing. They don't. None of us have a social life at all.
Do you think mitochondrial disease has affected Hayley and Chelsea's relationship with friends?
Oh, definitely. they don't have friends. When it was all, when you've got two who are wheelchair dependent, you don't have friends because people don't want to know you. It's all too hard to go anywhere. I don't even have a vehicle that takes two wheelchairs.
Do you feel as though mitochondrial disease is a burden on your family in relation to extra care or assistance that you might need to give?
Oh, yeah, because there is no assistance or care. There's nothing.
So can you
like
Sorry.
in the school holidays, I have to sit here. It takes me like 2 to 3 hours to get them up and dressed and out of bed on my own. And then, because Chelsea's hoisted, and then I sit here all day and wait till 4 o'clock until someone might come to see an adult person or so I can actually go down the shops and buy food. So it's very, very hard.
Yeah, sounds extremely difficult to manage. So can you describe the type of support and care that you have received since Hayley was diagnosed with mitochondrial disease? The care might be in the form of charities or patient groups, healthcare workers, friends, family.
Nothing. There's been no support whatsoever.
Okay, so you just alluded earlier in the interview that Hayley had physio and OT, and that was during the school years.
Oh, yeah. Well, put it this way.
Yeah.
When they are at school, people get a lot more help. But once you leave school, you get nothing. And that's the problem. And I always advise people to keep their kids in school for as long as what they can, because after school life is just non-existent. They probably had more hours when they were at school of support. And then once they left school, it deteriorated, and I had to give up work. And, and that was, I had to give up work in 2008. And work was my respite because I was a teacher aide. And, and the closer now I'm getting to 60, I'm realising how much of my life I've wasted. And it was all because of my children's happiness that I've wasted my whole entire life. And things aren't getting any better.
So in relation to the girls' mitochondrial disease, what would you most like to see from new treatments? This might be, cost, side effects, the way they're administered, those sort of things.
Well, there again, there is no treatment. They get their arginine and they get it for $6.40 a month. And that's it.
Okay, so you've mentioned the girls are on arginine. Have there been any side effects of taking that particular treatment? Or
no, Hayley's only been on it since probably since 2013. And Chelsea's only been on it probably someone's ringing me. Sorry, just so I just try and someone keeps ringing me all the time.
you've got about
and
6
Chelsea's
questions. So, sorry to interrupt you,
Chelsea's, you're right. And Chelsea's only been on the arginine probably 18 months.